Yo, what's up guys? Main here. So got another video update for you. Lots has happened this week. It's been a pretty crazy week, but we had some nice trades. We had some really nice trades, and we actually had some really nice opportunities as well for those of you that are taking the things from these streams that I try and these videos that I try and teach you and applying them yourself. So first off, we'll talk about the trade that we took, the free money main on a platter, as always. So we had this Monday's range trade effectively. I had traded it, if you remember, as an H12 sweep. So if I just delete all of this shit, we had this H12 sweep here, right? And then I mentioned to you guys, hey, if we get a break above the high, right, retest of the breaker, this is at least a long into here. And this also was a Monday's range trade, right? So we broke below Monday's range, put in a sweep, also happened to be an H12 sweep, got a very nice retest. Even on the H1 entry, this traded up to Monday's high. So Bitcoin just continuing to go sideways, right? And then I said, hey, you can hold this thing, right? You can hold this. We got a decent entry, but always taking profit. I'm always taking profit because right now, Bitcoin is ranging. Right? Bitcoin has been going sideways for, over a month now. So while it's doing that, I'm going to assume it's going to continue to range until proven otherwise. So if I get a good entry near the range lows, I'm going to TP at least some, de-risk, lock in your money, or else what happens is you don't take any profit, right? You long near the range low, don't take any profit. You think it's going to break out, you round trip. You long near the range low, you don't take any profit, you round trip. You short near the range high, you don't take any profit, you round trip, and again and again. So it's a range until proven otherwise. So that was a very nice trade that we took there. And then I had also mapped out the daily fair value gap. So I mapped this out actually like 2+ weeks ago after we had this first initial push up to here. You can go back on the timeline. I said, hey, like eventually I think we're going to come back and take a bunch of these lows into this daily fair value gap here. And we front ran it and everyone said, oh no, it's not going to come. I can't even count the amount of tweets from people being like, no, it's good. We need to front run it. I'm like, there's a CME gap and a daily fair value gap. I bet you it gets filled. So I left these orders on. If you're in Telegram, the Haven, I told you guys, I'm leaving this trade on. Entry here, stop down here. And we can take trades in the meantime, right? You make a plan, and then if one of your plans trigger, you get in the trade. We could have just rallied away and never come here, and those orders just don't get filled. You take them off. It is what it is. But we never broke out, and eventually we just built up more and more liquidity here. And then finally, last night, overnight, we took these lows. So I longed some Bitcoin on that tap of the daily fair value gap. We've had a crazy looking daily candle here as well, right? So really long lower wick. We've now taken out every single daily low, right? That one's out, and this one's out. So all the big daily swing lows that were front running that fair value gap, liquidity has been grabbed, and we've had a really strong reaction. So is that it? Do we just go up from here? Very well could be a possibility. So what I'm watching for is a couple of things here. So I'm already long, okay? I'm already long. If you didn't long this and you're like, man, I fucking told you I was longing it 2 weeks ago. So if you didn't have your entries here and you didn't get any fills, that's not on me, okay? Go listen to the retards on Twitter. Got to pay attention if you're in this fucking audience, okay? So I'm filled here. Now, I still think that there's a potential that we come down again, right? We can come down, we can fuck around in here and then go. I think the most bullish outcome is this just trades higher. Obviously, that would mean I'm in a basically zero heat long. My stop is down here. But I'm not opposed to the idea of one more leg down, maybe some more consolidation down here. We'll see. But maybe that's enough. We had Galaxy Digital sell like 80,000 Bitcoin, and all price did was like this. So, that's pretty good sign that there's a lot of buyers here. So I'm already long. What will give me confirmation that we're going to go higher and we're not going to pull back anymore? will be a break of this level on the H12. Okay, so if we get above this zone on the H12, basically get back above like 119, there's your swing high. This is an H12 breaker, right? And then here's your H12 SFP. So you know the entries that we take on the H1, you find the H1 breaker, the H1 SFP. This is just it on a higher time frame, right? It's no different. So if we come up here and do this, that's your next opportunity to long, in my opinion, on strength. If this comes up, we chat over the weekend or early next week, Saylor comes in and just buys more Bitcoin, because why the fuck not at this point? He's never going to stop. He's going to find more and more ways to find money and keep buying Bitcoin. Maybe this is the next setup. If you didn't get in here, this is it. That being said, for now, this is a bearish order block for now, right? Remember, a breaker is a failed order block. So if we reject here and make a new low, well, then guess what? You're going to look for a long down here to form, either on the H12, maybe we sweep this, or on the H1 on a lower time frame setup. So that's really what I'm looking for here. I'm not looking for any sort of bearish trade. I'm not looking for shorts. If we get a move above here, I think that is, if you're not long, you get long. If you are long, you can compound. If you want to TP some here and then compound on strength, something like that. Otherwise, any sort of move below here, I would look for more longs. I wouldn't close my long. I'm already in from here. I would look to add more here. My stop is still below the fair value gap, and that's it. What would make me puke everything and want to get the fuck out is any really sort of closure below 111.50, 112, whatever the low of this fair value gap is here. Yeah, any closure below 112,000. Like if we come down here and then we like do something like this, now all of a sudden you got to say, okay, hold on, right? We're now in danger of getting back below the prior all-time high, and this suddenly looks ugly, right? I don't think that that's going to happen. But if we do get back below this old all-time high, I don't think that looks good. That would make me not want to probably be in any longs and question, what was going on. Is this one big deviation and we're still actually in this fucking godforsaken range, right? Anything's possible. But go back on the timeline, guys. I suggest back early July, second week of July, around my birthday, right? Just so you guys know, this was my birthday here. This daily candle here, quite literally, was my birthday, the breakout. So just saying, your boy turns 45, the market rips. But yeah, go look at the fucking little smooth-brained apes in my comment section back here. We're not testing that daily fair value gap. We're leaving that open. I don't want to see the breakout retrace this much of the move. Yet here we are. We retraced a bunch of the move. We tagged the fair value gap, and those same donkeys who were chatting in my fucking comment section are now telling you that they long the dip and they're max bull. 2 weeks ago, you said you wouldn't want to long here. That's bad. And now we're here, and all of a sudden you've magically longed. It's crazy how it works. It's like these guys almost aren't trading at all. Incredible. Anyways, so that's the plan, guys. I'm not looking for shorts. I think you puke everything below here. Otherwise, break above here. There's your secondary opportunity. One more sweep and consolidation. I would look to compound longs. Simple, easy peasy. Now, I did move the breakout logo here and my face. I thought maybe this is a better place for my beautiful face to live because it's blocking less of the chart. I don't know. Do you like it? It's kind of tripping me out, but here we are. So that's all I got for Bitcoin, guys. I'm hoping, right? Ideally, like this is it. Like we ran it, we break out now, and then we fucking rip. Like, that's the dream. Continue higher. Remember, I want Bitcoin to lead the rally. I don't want altcoins to just keep ripping and Bitcoin go sideways. I don't like that. I want Bitcoin to go again. It makes me think the rally will last longer. All right? Now, speaking of altcoins, Ethereum held on to the 12-hour fair value gap here, right? We came into it, held it, came into this 12-hour order block as well. These are all areas that, again, I shared in the last video. We have this demand here. I said, hey, if this fails and we distribute a little after running last quarter's high, I would like to long, 35 down to 32. No main straight line to 4K, no pullback at all. Lo and behold, pulled back. Could have gotten a pretty nice entry. I think 35 to 3,600 is a lot nicer than longing 3,800. Because remember, I'm talking about leverage here. Of course, I want to long dips. You fucking idiots. My blood pressure's rising. I'm an old man. I can only handle so much. So if ETH gets back above the quarterly high here, easily this thing's going up to these equal highs. Like, I just don't see why. I don't see why we wouldn't continue higher. So if Bitcoin rallies, trades higher, gets back above 119, 120, fully expecting ETH to trade up to 4,200. I'm not in a leverage long on ETH. I'm only in Bitcoin right now and ENA, as you guys know, and I'm long Solana. Looks good. Looks good. Send it. Hold this area. Again, clear inval here. Right now, if Bitcoin comes down to 113, right, we might just get that 3,400 fill on ETH, and then I'm going to go find that retard who subtweeted me 3 weeks ago whenever I posted this, or 2 weeks ago, because I'm sick in the head and I think about him, and I'm going to find it and I'm going to dunk on him. But otherwise, that's the plan for ETH. Sol, I'm actually in this long already. I averaged down a little bit. So I longed basically on a retest of this fair value gap here, right? Looked okay for a bit, and then Bitcoin puked. This thing came down. And then when we closed this as an H12 SFP, I added. So my entry is actually a little better. I'm slightly above water right now. I believe my entry is around 184.50 at this point. So slightly better than what you see on the screen here, but not by much. My entry by no means is very good. So that's the Sol setup I'm in. I don't really want it to go below these lows now. Now, if Bitcoin pukes down to 113, ETH goes to 3,400, then I'm probably going to get stopped out on this. But I'd probably take another long on Sol anyways, because I do still think even if Bitcoin pulls back, everything goes higher after anyways. So I'm fine with that. But yeah, still in this long. This one I was posting in the Haven, so I was underwater a little, but we're back above water now. Long Bitcoin currently from literally the top of the daily fair value gap. Gave that one to you guys. I mean, stocks, I said, hey, we want to hold above the red line. We did. Pumped fucking damn near 200 points. What else do I got for you guys? What else do I got for you? I mean, Fartcoin attempted to break out of its range, and then it put in a big sweep here. So I don't love that. But, if you ignore the weekly chart, because we took out all these highs in this one candle here and then closed within the range. Let's see how this weekly candle closes. If the weekly candle can close back above this range, then I think it teleports to $2. But if it closes as an SFP like this, then maybe it's going to chill for a bit. I don't know. Maybe it's just not quite ready. ENA, oh my God, everyone's talking about Athena. Athena is going to be buying fucking coins, the treasury. I posted this Athena trade for you guys back at the start of June. June 3rd, I posted the Athena long. And I basically just said, hey, I think that this is a monthly high or low that we're forming here. So I just started longing. And I said, my stop is below here, because if we go below there, we make a new low. And now everyone's, oh my God, Athena. The chart came before the news yet again. So that's all. This trade was not very precise at all. This is spot. And I said that in the post. I'm buying spot here because my stop's super wide. My initial entry was at like 35 cents. My stop's at under 20. That's a really wide stop, like, 30, 40%. So I wanted to be in spot so I could average down. I didn't have to stress about this. So I averaged down. My average is now 30. I took some off once we got this candle here. And I'm just going to moonbag the rest, because who knows how high this can go. This could go to fucking 90 cents, right? But if we get any sort of retest of this, I think if you're not long Athena, ENA already, that is your setup. And yeah, that's all I got, guys. I'm going to be, I've got a lot of content I got to work through. I'm just super behind on videos. It's summer. You know, I'm just trying to fucking enjoy myself, but I want to keep going on the content machine because I know the markets are volatile right now. And so I like helping you guys and, you know, trying to find you guys some opportunities so you can all make money. So if you're making money, if you're having fun, if you're enjoying the videos, as always, let me know in the comments down below. Leave likes, leave comments, retweet the tweets, like the tweets, use all my shit, you know? Breakout merch goes live July 31st, and if it doesn't, I'm fucking firing my CMO on stream. Book it. But Breakout live merch goes live next week. If you want to trade with Breakout, bigger account to take advantage of this volatility, do it. We're booking all of our new funded traders as well. We're absolutely goated with the sauce. It's unbelievable. We've been cooking in the Haven, myself, Pierre, Krillin, Loma, CBS, UB. The boys are cooking. If you don't want to pay anything, trade on one of my ref links. If you don't want to do anything, you don't want to pay me $1, you don't want to give me a tip, you don't have to. These videos have been free and will remain free. I got an update from YouTube. I've uploaded over 950 videos at this point. Lots of alpha there for you guys. So I love you as always. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.